welcome to this BuyBotPro video. Now I have got two questions for you. One question I want to ask you at the very end of the video because I want your input ready for my next video or the video after that. So I want your input for that video. I'm going to ask you that question at the end. But my first question is, do you feel like your January sales have slowed down? And this may carry on through to February as well, potentially. But do you feel like stuff has all of a sudden slowed down in the Amazon world? Well, that's what I want to talk to you about today in this video. Now, I really do feel you if you are, for example, a new seller and you've not experienced a January with Amazon before. You know, maybe you started last summer, for example, so you've ridden that wave and it was awesome, and especially in Q4, like the amazingness of Q4 and how well that does for lots of people, like that's such a great feeling. And then all of a sudden it hits January and you might have seen that stuff has gone down. Hopefully it hasn't for you, but if that happens to be the case for you, like, why that change? I've seen a few sellers talk about it and mention it and ask why on socials, and that's what I thought would be good to do a video on. So I 100% understand the feeling and the worry and the anxiety behind stuff just slowing down. You're on a bit of a come down from that height of December to, well, the stillness of January. And the simple answer to that is basically people are spent out after Christmas. If you look at high streets, if you look at town centres, if you look at lots of businesses, it's the same across the board. It's not just for Amazon, it's the same in lots of places. Lots of businesses have this weird period in January that sometimes carries on till the end of February, and then stuff starts to pick up again from like March onwards. So this is a strange period for lots of businesses. It's not unusual at all, so hopefully that reassures you. Obviously it's not the greatest. Like, I'm sure that you'd love to do well all year round, and I would love for you to do well all year round. However, there will obviously be months, like some months that are better than others. And in a lot of cases, January and February end up being those quieter months. And I guess you feel it that bit more because obviously Q4, you've got obviously so much going on. People are buying for Christmas, which is celebrated by loads and loads and loads of people. Things like Halloween, Easter. Yes, there's nice little spikes there, but it's not on the scale of Christmas. Christmas is probably like the biggest event in the entirety of the year, so hence why you are on such a high there. And then you will still have some sales, I would say, in what I call the weird week between Christmas and New Year's. Maybe you feel the same about that. I mean, if you do, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know if I'm not the only one. But I just find that a very weird week. It feels like timeless. Like, you don't know what day it is, you don't know what time it is, and it's just like there's still festive stuff around. But obviously Christmas is done, and you're preparing for the new year, and you've got like, yeah, you just got like loads of stuff going on, or maybe you don't at all. Like, it's one or the other, and it's just a very weird week. Anyway, you might still have some sales at that point because obviously people might have some money to spend. They might have been gifted some money or some Amazon vouchers or something, so therefore they want to use it. I feel like a lot of people, when they get things like that, they have to like spend it. So particularly when New Year's sales and stuff like that are on, of course, that probably makes sense. So they'll still be spending up until that New Year's point. I think they might continue spending a little bit after New Year's if they are not totally spent out, but definitely by sort of like the end of the first week of January, most people are spent out if they hadn't already been. And you know, they put a lot of money into Christmas, so of course they're not then going to put a lot of money into just buying stuff in January. So if you're worried about if you're doing anything wrong or if there's anything extra or additional that you need to do, nope, just continue as you are doing and it will pick itself up. I know that sounds like kind of advice, but that is honestly how it goes. Like, if you are an Amazon veteran watching this, you can probably vouch for what I'm saying, because obviously a stiller January, perhaps February, isn't uncommon, and it's the same across the board. As I say, you look at city centres, you look at town centres, you look at all manner of industries, catering and hospitality, your general retail stores and so forth. You know, things do slow down a little bit. And so that can be the same for Amazon as well. So if you're worried about what's potentially going wrong, nothing really. It's just January and February. But hopefully, you know, things do pick up for you if you are experiencing that very soon, and just keep doing what you're doing. My advice to you, if there is something that you do feel like you need to do, my advice to you would be to reassess your inventory. Take this time where it is a bit quieter to reassess your inventory. I already talked a bit about this in my first video of the year when it comes to making plans and planning for the quarters that are going to come this year and various events and so forth. Obviously, planning is super important, but as I already said in that video, reassess your inventory. We don't always get the time to do that, particularly in the busyness of Q4, and then we just sort of like you know, proceed as we mean to go on. Reassess your inventory, because it could be that there's stuff that has changed and it's not doing very well by you anymore. You might even find that there's some things that are not doing very well at all, full stop, and they're really causing, you know, a bit of damage to your profit margins. And so in any case, those sort of things need to be cut off, shut out, and not replenished. So now is the perfect time to reassess your inventory. Anything that you're continually buying and continually replenishing, some of those things do have this like expiry date on them, so they can come to an end. Like they might have been doing well for like 2 years straight, but stuff can change, and that's just how it goes. So have a bit of a reassessment of your inventory. My advice as well would be to keep sourcing, because it is a bit quieter. Source more if you can. Find stuff that is working well right now. Find stuff that is going to work well at the start of Q2 to really give you a nice little pickup as time moves on. Other than that, just keep doing what you're doing. You're not doing anything wrong. It's just January and February in the business world. Now, hopefully that's made you feel better. The next thing that I want to talk to you about, well, not really talk to you about, it's more I want to ask you, is I have an idea for a video that I want to put together. And the video I want to put together is going to be entirely based off of things that you have told me. So my question to you is basically this. If there is one thing that you can change about Amazon, what would it be? So just one thing that you want to change about Amazon, what would it be and why? That's what I want to know from you. I want to compile all of the answers I get and put that into one video. I've asked it on TikTok as well, so feel free to answer that there, answer it in the comment sections here. Even like if you want to write in info@buybotpro.com, write in, tell me what it is that you want to change about Amazon. Just one thing, that's all I want to know. And I'm hoping to compile all of them, put them in a future video. So let me know, that's my question to you. If there's one thing you want to change about Amazon, what is it and why? Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.